The Woman of the Year Award, supported by Virgin Atlantic, goes to Dylan Mulvaney.
Hello, London! I am so honored to be here with you all tonight. And, you know, some see me as the Woman of the Year, some see me as a Woman of a Year, and some change.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope all's good wherever you are. A little bit of a different video for the first video of the day because it's kind of some good news. I think the grift of Dylan Mulvaney might be slowly phasing out and finally coming to an end. The people are realizing, I think, more and more what's happening here. Dylan Mulvaney, who was given multiple Woman of the Year awards, a man who will never know what it is to be a mother, to give birth, to have a period. Just imagine how women feel about this, having their identities appropriated, their sports stolen, their spaces taken over, their identities cheapened and fetishized. Like, when you look at Dylan Mulvaney, no woman acts like that. This is like what you would see a man dressed up as a woman doing a parody of a woman, right? Like an old Saturday Night Live sketch. This is what it reminds me of. Anyway, Dylan spoke at Penn State University yesterday, and it was empty, and I'm here for it. Let's have a look at it. Now, this is coming from the Young America Foundation's X, Twitter, X, whatever, their X page. It says, a large number of empty seats for Dylan Mulvaney's speech at Penn State. By a large number, they mean most of the seats are empty. I mean, this is 2 rows, 2 columns, and like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like, most of the seats are empty. And the comment section of this post is why I wanted to make this video, because it's tremendous. This got ratioed. Dylan, not this post, but the Penn State one got ratioed hard. Now, Dylan Mulvaney is the same person, if you don't know, if you don't know, you've been living under a rock, who killed a Bud Light. He is the brand destroyer. Bud Light had paid him $185,000 for that marketing campaign that really blew up in their face. And you know, these companies like Bud Light, like Starbucks, like Home Depot that we saw their ad recently, just sell beer. And you sell a generic beer that can easily be replaced. Don't be political. Stay apolitical. Sell your product to everybody. You don't need to get political. Starbucks, you don't need to get political. Just sell coffee. You sell overpriced mid coffee. Stay that way. These brands that do this, they just kill themselves. And for what? Anyways, Dylan Mulvaney, he gets paid $40,000 when he speaks at colleges. $40,000 when he speaks at colleges and universities. $40,000. Now let's look at the comments. Oh, well, I'm sure the venue identifies as sold out. This is a good one. He can imagine his audience like he imagines his gender. Oh, you didn't hear? Most of the audience identifies as transparent. I like that one. That's actually quite smart. He can pretend it's a huge crowd just like he pretends he's a girl. The 15 minutes are over, which is what I think we're getting at here also. My problem with Dylan Mulvaney is not necessarily with Dylan Mulvaney himself. I just feel like he's an industry plant. He was pushed on. He's like an NPC. No woman acts like this. When you see Dylan Mulvaney, like I said, it looks like a man playing woman face, like a parody of a woman. That's what it looks like to me. My favorite people in my life are female, and none of them, zero, and they're all very feminine, very conservative women, and none of them act like this. Dylan Mulvaney is there to push gender ideology on little children. His audience is 8 to 15 to 17-year-old girls mostly. And these people, this is how children get these ideas in their head. You think little kids of 10 years old just get that in their head by themselves? No. They get it from people like this who are pushing it. They're pandering this ideology on the youth of today. That's what's happening. These people are the reason that young girls are on puberty blockers, getting testosterone at the age of 10 years old, getting, hysterectomies by the time they're 15, 16, 17 because of the drugs that they're on, because we've suppressed puberty. Little boys, we're putting them on Lupron, chemically castrating young boys. Irreversible things that we're doing to the youth of today because they see people like this saying, oh, wow, life is so good. But does Dylan Mulvaney really look like a happy person to anybody? Sure, he's making some money. He's making a lot of money. And this is a grift. I think a lot of these men that appropriate womanhood, they actually kind of get off on it. And I'm not saying it's the case for Dylan, but I think a lot of them get off on it. That's why they want to be in women's sport. They're weak men that couldn't win anything in their own life as men. So now they want to take what an easier path at it. And I think they actually get off on taking stuff away from women, because if it was just the act of being a man who is trans and you go through society presenting like a woman, I think most people wouldn't care. I care when it comes to the laws, when it comes to children, women's spaces, that type of stuff. But what men do in their own homes, I could care less. Or what women do in their own homes, again, I could care less. But I'm going to show you something here. And this is not a sane person, right? This is somebody with issues. Let's have a look here.
Today wasn't supposed to be a crying day. Why do I always feel like crying? Why do I always feel like crying? Don't do it, Dylan. Don't you dare. No! I feel a little better.
Now just watch one more here.
It's day 364 of being a girl, and we've just arrived at the Rainbow Room for my big rehearsal for the show tomorrow. Let's go! I'm here in my dressing room, and here's some of my merch. And right when the show starts at 8 o'clock, I will come out in my opening gown, and here's my big entrance, looking over the balcony to all of the people and the cameras. And then during the opening number, I descend the staircase. There's a camera right here for the live stream for you watching at home. And then we're in the amazing Rainbow Room. It's like a ballroom that we've turned into a theater for the night. And we come down here, and here is where all the different Trevor Project and transhumans and...
No woman acts like this. None that I know. And I know women watch my channel. I see them in the comment section. And I very much doubt that any of them act like this. This is like a parody. This is a woman face. That's what that is. And I'm glad to see that more and more people are starting to realize it, stand up, and do the right thing. Because ultimately, I don't care about the trans community. I have no problem with them personally. I have a problem with how it's affecting society and how it's affecting the laws, and especially how it's affecting children. When you give an audience of young, impressionable, kids that, are confused a lot of times, especially today with social media, and you present them with this stuff, you're just going to confuse them even more. These industry plants, these big pharma plants that are there, and again, this is just my opinion. I'm not a crazy conspiracy theorist, but this is one that I have. I do believe that a lot of bot accounts prop these people up, and that's how they've made it to be as popular as they are. And good to see that now it's starting to come to an end, and I'm happy to see that nobody went to that freaking talk at Penn State. $40,000 of university funds went to that. $40,000. Insane. Anyways, I'm here for it. And the next video will be like a regular scheduled programming type of stuff, but I just wanted to share this with you guys because I'm happy, because a year ago or 2 years ago, that room would have been filled with people. And now, I think more and more people are hopefully starting to realize. Thank you all if you're here, subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.